Peace, how you doing? This is Dr. Samori Swygert signing in. I just want to talk about something. I want to call this nobody's burden, nobody's responsibility. And what I want to touch on, what I want to tap dance on, what I want to harp on is a lot of times it's so easy, it's very convenient. We scapegoat black children. Yes, there are some children that may be led astray due to peer pressure, things of that nature. But what I really want everybody to focus in on, lock in on this is key. Key. There are kids that are born and completely discarded, left at police stations, left at firehouses, just left abandoned, period. Listen what I just said. They are born. They come from a womb. They come from a man's testes, through his vas deferens, through his urethra, and they enter a female's birth canal. Okay? And travel up. They penetrate the cervix into the uterus, transcend into the fallopian tubes. They endeavor an ovum from an ovary and are born into this world. And then after they are born, they are discarded. There's no welcoming. There's no friends there. There are no aunts there. There are no mommy, daddy, daddy's friends, mommy's friends, grandma around. These kids are sometimes left at the fire department, at the police station, abandoned buildings, dumpsters, trash cans. Let that sink in for a minute. And then by the grace of the Most High, the Almighty, or whatever spiritual deity you choose to worship, they are found. They are salvaged. But they are often brought into public facilities, group homes. They never get to know or understand what real love is. Understand this. For many of you that are listening, you may not have had both parents, but you may have had a parent. You may have had a grandparent or aunt that took you in, or uncle that took you in, or older brother or older sister that took you in and made sure they prioritized your life and made sure that you had food, clothing, shelter. They did what they can do within their reach and power to make sure that maybe you had some education, something. But what about the children that are born into this world with nothing? Literally dumped into a trash can, left on the doorsteps of police departments and firehouses. What about these kids? The city has no real genuine interest. It's just, let's make sure that we have something available for them. How do you expect them to even understand love? When you are born and you have mother or father there, or a guardian that has a vested interest in you, that is how love is shown. It's displayed. It's exhibited. You are bathed in some form of nurturing and caring. There's a fortification of the importance of life and love and attention. But now, just think about it. You don't know. You're born into this world. It's a strange world. Just imagine. I really want y'all to really sit down and think about this. You come out of a womb. You don't know what Earth is, what this world is. You're just a life born into some weird dimension. Nobody to care for you. You're estranged. No nipple for you to suckle on. Nobody to swaddle you, hug you, kiss you, feed you, make sure that you're warm, depending on the climate, if you're cool. And you're thrown into a system. How do we expect these kids to love, understand love? How do we expect them when they're in society to show love and demonstrate? A lot of the stuff that we see right now, a lot of this violence that we see, we call black on black violence. A lot of stuff that we see is just crime. Even if we don't even want to put a race on it, because, you know, we don't like to say black on black violence. Even if we just say crime in general, crime, C-R-I-M-E. How much of this is ascribed to individuals born into this world, never really taught, never really understanding morals, understanding virtues, mores, integrity of character, right and wrong, what it means to hurt somebody, what does it mean if you lie, cheat, and steal. If nobody's ever taught you, look, this is yours, and you protect yours, and that is theirs, you don't take theirs, that belongs to them. What does that mean? We have kids walking around where parents have been derelicts of duty. And sad enough to say, not necessarily even on purpose. It could be generational where the parent may have been neglected, and it was really probably just that parent. But that parent may have lost their life prematurely. I do know cases of individuals, even in my high school. I have a brother, I'm not even going to name his name. He knows he's out there. He lost both his mom and father in a car accident. And he was young at that time. He was in elementary school. But we need to really think about this type of stuff. And the impacts this stuff has. So when we see kids walking around like, oh, well, why would he do that? His mother should just be ashamed. How could his daddy do that? You know, oh, it's obvious. Oh, why is he, you know, we don't know the stories and the backgrounds, the origins of the children that we are endeavoring with, the children that are displayed on the news for breaking crimes or kind of defying law and social norms, because maybe their background, their upbringing is completely different from what you expect. We operate within this sphere of expectation that, hey, I was brought up this way, so you were probably brought up this way. Look, we got to stop and just think about this and work a lot of this stuff through. You got kids growing up in group homes that their only thing is survival. They don't have any siblings. They don't have any relatives. There's no kin, no DNA or genealogical remnant of their existence. Their whole thing is, I don't even understand this world. I'm just trying to stay alive by any means necessary. And with that, we all know whenever it comes to the survival button, you will do some things that are uncanny, unexpected, unpredictable. They defy social norms, and some people look at it as crazy. So we think about that. We think about the effects of the crack era, where people are overdosing, people getting locked up, people are getting killed, gang warfare, the prison industry. There's a multifactorial assault on, one, the African American community, which I'm addressing, and then even just on a global scale, where kids are just left without parents. So that's it. I just kind of want to drop this off just to bring everybody back full circle sometimes, because sometimes we get beside ourselves. Even myself, I have to check myself sometimes. Samori, sit yourself down. Don't get high and mighty. Reason, think, look outside the box. Look at different perspectives. Look at different angles. Put yourself in this person's shoes. Samori, shut up. Listen. So, just wanted to share that with y'all. And, man, that's about it. You know, whenever we have a chance, let's sit down, let's build, let's chat, let's talk with a lot of our young kids out here and see what's on their minds, see what's inside their heart, see what they think about, see what we can assist them with, how can we better their lives, uplift them and empower them. And that's it. I'm out. You can hit me on Twitter at DocSwag06, DOCSWAGG06 on Twitter. And this is 3HM right here. If you haven't got my album, Porn, that stands for Poetry, Oration, Rhythm, and Narratives. It's not what you think. That's on Amazon, iTunes, Google Play, and CD Baby. Other than that, be safe, be blessed. Peace.